Last episode we clawed our way through the underground and scraped together a full set of diamond tools and armor, and barely made it out alive. Today, we build. We find the perfect spot, lay the foundation, and start turning this world into something real. Will I survive the Nether? Stick around to find out. Let's get it. Hey guys, welcome back to the series. Today is episode 2 of the hardcore series. Plans for today, I think I'm going to head up to the surface here, try to get at least a semblance of a starter base down, and maybe head into the Nether, see how things are looking in there. So without further ado, let's get it. Alright, so I just kind of packed up things there. So now I'll head up. Okay. There we go. So last episode we got full diamond, full tools, so that'll kind of give us quite a bit of a jump start on today. It's very nice. I'm very particular about my base locations, so I'm gonna look around and I'll be back once I find something decent. So hey guys, so as I was running along, I found this super cool village I wanted to show you guys. I mean, it looks custom made, like it's just spawned normally. Pretty cool. Infinite food. I've played this game for so long, and I, for some reason, still don't remember what houses have loot and what houses don't. It's such a cool house location. It's pretty cool. There's another village right there. What the heck? Alright, not the most loot in this village, but that's fine. I did see a little more wheat down here. Then I'll be on my way here. Whoa. Whoa, what? That's awesome. Man, they were settling this area and they're like, where do you want your house to be? Oh, I'll take the plot at the bottom of hell. Absolute legend. What a crazy height elevation difference for houses in a village. Super cool. With all these mountains, I bet there's a ton of ancient cities and stuff around here. Definitely take that though. For this series, I will be using Mending Villager. It's kind of annoying to have to repair your tools all the time. I prefer to save that time and use it on building. But this area is super cool here. The only problem though is there's not a real like carved out location to build. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. I'll check back in if I find anything else cool. Alright, so as you can see, I have traveled for a long time. I wasn't really finding anything too crazy, but I decided on this spot because there's a lot of building room, a village right over there, and then I have like a little, I don't know, you could do something here maybe, but yeah, I'm just gonna start. Figure this out a little bit. So when I freestyle my builds, I always like to do this little outline, just to plot out kind of the shape of the circumference of the base. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to build out of, but I decided on wood here since, you know, early game and it's kind of the easiest material to get. And I planted all of my saplings because I'm not going to deforest, you know, I'm not a monster or anything. We're sustainable here at Hooligan Headquarters, so. Oh, a ruined portal. That's perfect. That's where I'm gonna make my my Nether portal. Perfect. Chop, 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 chop some more, and I think I'll chop some more. It's not the most glorious footage in the world, but I had to get it out of the way, and I didn't want to starve you guys of all the resource gathering. You know, got to add a little bit in there, here and there. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the montage. It'll be over shortly, I swear. So here, I'm just gathering some leaves because I absolutely love the personality it gives in decoration, especially when I'm building with wood. Going to be doing the frame here out of wood logs. It just kind of gives the base a sturdy look, plus it kind of helps me when freestyling a build. It acts like a skeleton, and then from there you can craft the rest of the body around it. As I was building the base, my goal changed from a log cabin to more of like a log fortress kind of idea. So here's where I wanted to go with the fortress kind of vibe idea. The logs jutting out there kind of give it more of a defensible, sturdy look. And then here I'm adding stripped oak logs and planks to give it like a window shutter kind of vibe. And here I just kind of tried to differentiate the doorway with the vertical logs there to just give it more of a pronounced look. Had to grab some sand so I could, make some windows. I love adding these little like dirt planter boxes outside of the windows. It does a couple things. It adds a bit more depth to the build. Plus decoratively, it's nice to have some color, plant some flowers there and whatnot. So I initially was planning on using glass blocks for the windows, but I decided against it because it looks better with panes. They dip in, it gives, again, a bit more depth to the build. And yeah, with those logs jutting out, once I get lanterns, I can hang them from those things, and it looks pretty cool. So here, initially I was planning on, as you'll see, using a stripped log border. I eventually decided against it because I think the natural logs just kind of look cleaner. This base was an absolute blast to build. It took a bit longer than it appears on video because there's a ton of cuts throughout it. I didn't want to make it boring since it's a long build, so I tried to speed it up for you guys. Even though this is a starter base, I really wanted to make it feel like home since it's the first house that's been built on this, besides the cave base, the first house that's been built on this world. And obviously we'll be moving into a bigger base in the future, but I think it would be cool to have a really nice build early on that way down the line we can come back and reminisce over. So for the second floor here, I wanted to make it kind of smaller than the base because it just gives it a sturdier, fortressy look, a bit more depth once again. But yeah, as you can see, I changed my mind multiple times throughout this. So if there's any changes that you guys don't like, let me know in the comments, and in a future video I can change it up. This base would be pretty easy to fix if there's anything wrong with it. It's not the biggest base in the world. So I think that covers kind of all the bases for the build here. I'll be back in a little bit. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the build here. This is how it's looking so far. I think I'm gonna make the roof out of deep slate, so I have to kind of get a quarry going for that, unfortunately. It's got a couple different compartments here. I'm still a bit wary on these wooden logs here. I don't know, I think I might be able to make them look good with the roof. So without further ado, I'm gonna pick a spot for my quarry and see you in a second. Alright guys, I was still mining down and I found some diamonds. That'd be nuts though if there was an ancient city right under my house. It'd be very useful actually. I wouldn't mind that. Get some swift sneak. Best enchantment in the, well, second best in the game in my opinion. Alright guys, here's how it's looking so far. Show you around back here. I think it looks relatively decent. Good enough, kind of like starter base. I'm running out of food, so I'm gonna have to set up some farms here as well. But yeah, I might do some finishing touches decoration wise, but so I'll see you in a second. Alright, so I think I'm kind of done with the house for now. Really liking the way it looks. But next, it's on to the Nether, the long-awaited Nether. Let's go see what we're working with. Hopefully I have enough obsidian to complete this portal. I think it was decently complete, if I remember. It was not, but a lot of obsidian. Alright, into the Nether we go. Let's see what we're working with. Okay. Oh, great. Shoot. How are you gonna flow? I think it's gonna. Yeah. Perfect. Ain't flowing into my portal today, Buster. Oh, these kind of spawns are the worst. Anything interesting close by? I've never been in here with my shader on. Glowstone, which is cool. I like glowstone, kind of. I prefer other light sources, but early gaming is cool. Does the job. Alright, can we see anything? Just gassed. Man, the Nether it's like one big maze sometimes. Get a little bit of this. Probably light up my basement a little bit. Oh yeah, wasn't thinking about these. These would be cool for the, it works well with oak, so I'll be using that. See. Come on. Oh. There we go. Uh-oh. Alright. That was kind of chaotic. Ooh, there's the gas tube. Beautiful. I really should be in here with more food. But, oh, there's the portal. See, I already got lost. Big boys. Get away from me. You too. They aren't even a brute. Like one hit you a diamond on. most promising Nether. I'm gonna head back to the overworld, but first, grab a couple more of these guys. Successful Nether run. Oh, kind of. I was hoping to see at least a Nether fortress, but I mean at least a bastion and a Nether fortress. That would have been sick, but nevertheless, home sweet home. Alright, I think that'll do it for this episode here. If you guys have any tips for the house at all, I would love to hear them. I will be doing a bigger base than this in the future, but this is kind of the until I beat the Ender Dragon base kind of deal. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.